if you have an employee or someone or partner or enjoying backbiting and gossiping and spreading rumors and whatnot, the company might collapse while you're not even aware of it. You wouldn't be even aware of what the evil is happening. So it's our duty as community, as institution, as a company, as a school, as a masjid, to prevent this from happening. Of his leadership qualities, I wasn't interested in working with him, to be honest. But he taught me a few things that I appreciate until today, and as a result, I'm even teaching you today. He said, he was talking one day about motivation, and someone told him, but how can we remain motivated all the time? Have you guys felt sometimes like this, like when you receive like you're hired? How excited were you? Where? The salary at the end of the month. That should be your motivation. I hope it's clearer. And you saw in your brothers a fault, that's actually your fault. If a brother has a mistake, has a problem, it's your problem. You must fix it. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ra'a minkum munkaran falyughayyirhu biyadihi." Whosoever saw an evil action must change it with his hand. And if you cannot, change it with your tongue, the approved speech. And if you cannot change it, at least in your heart, and this is the weakest of all iman. And if you want it to be on the weakest side, then just hate it in your heart at least. But don't see the evil and let it grow, because it will hurt you in the process as well. Right? Useless conversation is a conversation between people that does not benefit in the long run. Like, it will never result in something beneficial. Or it can even lead to sinful activities. Like, for example, last night I was walking down the streets of KL and I saw this orange building. Do you know that orange building? Yes, I know that orange building. You know the 5th floor? There is bad people there. They drink alcohol, they dance. Don't go there. If you happen to pass, please don't go there. But you already described the place to me. I didn't know the place before you described it to me. Now, if I'm sick in my heart, if I'm sick in my mind, I'll say, oh boy, I'm going tonight. I'm going to check out that evil place. So, through that useless conversation, you invited someone to go and do haram without you even realizing. Or over the phone. So tell me, what's new? And what's the news? Or on social media, commenting. Do we really have time to comment now? What is the second criteria? وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. And those who stay away from useless conversation. Those who stay away from idle talks. Those are the successful believers. Once you indulge in these conversations, you are actually going in a very, very bad direction. Inside hellfire. So hellfire is surrounded by walls and gates. So those who will enter hellfire, may Allah protect us, they have to enter through gates. Once you enter through gate, not us, those people, there is another gate inside hellfire. And that gate inside hellfire called Saqar. Some people will enter through that Saqar. And there are gatekeepers to that gate. And as soon as they saw those people, they will ask them, مَا سَلَكَكُمْ فِي سَقَرْ. What brought you into Saqar? What brought you into this terrible gate? What have you done in this dunya that made you come here? So they will respond, قَالُوا لَمْ نَكُ مِنَ الْمُصَلِّينَ. They said, we were among the people who used to neglect our salah. أعوذ بالله. وَلَمْ نَكُ نُطْعِمُ الْمِسْكِينَ. And we used to be stingy, not feeding those who are in need. وَكُنَّا نَخُوضُ مَعَ الْخَائِضِينَ. And we used to just indulge and engage in conversation with those who talk. Anyone talk, we wanted to talk like them. Just talking. No any purpose whatsoever. I really admire sometimes people who I sit with and I converse, and they are always silent. Not in a conversation where I'm asking you to talk. Like I'm asking you to ask questions, you're silent, that's bad. But like we go dinner sometimes, and there is always someone who sits just very, very humbly, quiet. Don't talk much. Only talk when 3. Al-jadal, or dispute, argument. Especially when you are debating a topic. You know? Have you guys got into a heated debate? Almost there. Gossiping. Allahu Akbar. Now hellfire is boiling, guys. Anyone still interested in hellfire? Gossips. Now what's the difference between backbiting and gossiping? Gossiping is that when you hear 2 people talking, you heard everything they said, then you take whatever they said, and then you transfer it to somebody else. That's gossiping. That's what? Gossiping. Backbiting is just talking to someone about someone else in their absence, with something that if they heard it, it will make them feel bad in their absence, and if they heard it, it will make them feel bad. That's backbiting. We'll talk about backbiting soon, inshallah. But gossiping is one of the most dangerous diseases of the tongue. You know why? What is the punishment of gossiping? Anyone? Yalla, before I end, because Sister Bella is now turning against me. Yeah. Anyone? Okay, I will speed up, inshallah. The Prophet ﷺ said, a person who gossips will not enter Jannah. Yalla, bismillah. A person who gossips or a gossiper will never enter Jannah. Whether you're a Muslim or not, doesn't matter. Enjoy now gossiping. Will you enjoy gossiping after this? Allah, after hearing this, will you enjoy gossiping? May Allah protect us all. Ameen ya Rabb. Al-ghaiba, backbiting, as we said, they asked the Prophet ﷺ what is backbiting, and he said, ذِكْرُ أَخَاكَ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ, to mention about your brother or your sister something that if they heard, it will hurt them in their absence. So they said, but what if what we said was true? We were not lying about them. He said, if what you said about them in their absence was true, it is backbiting. And if what you said about them was a lie, it is buhtan, it is slandering. It's double crime. So whether what you said about your brother or sister in their absence is right or wrong, true or falsehood, if what you are saying, you know they will dislike it, it is backbiting. You got it? Lying.